In this video, I'm going to show you a really good NLP technique. It's called the Circle of Excellence. Some people call it the Ring of Power, but I always called it the Circle of Excellence because it shows a really variety of things you can do with it. My name is Piers and I'm the lead trainer here at Lightbulb NLP. At Lightbulb NLP, we do lots of courses. Mainly, we do the practitioner course and the master practitioner course, where we train practitioners to be the best they can be. Some go on to have new careers as coaches, as business coaches and life coaches. Others take it into their businesses, and they may have been sent by their bosses or their human resources departments to learn communication skills and learn how to communicate their success and help others be more successful. So coaching from within the team. The Circle of Excellence is a really good technique, and it bolts on and uses some of the foundation work we did in the last video. And I'll put a link at the end of this video for the previous one about anchoring and how to set up a simple anchor. If you haven't watched it, you'll see me set up a chuckle knuckle. And what I do is I have set up a chuckle knuckle on kids so they can relive a happy moment when they're feeling down, maybe being bullied or whatever it is. And they just have this wonderful feeling of having this chuckle knuckle with them. And I still get kids going up to me when I see them in the high street sometimes, and they go like that and start laughing. It's wonderful to see. So let's talk about the Circle of Excellence. I get my clients to have on the floor, put him over on the floor next door to them, foot and a half across, a circle. And I say, put your circle out there. And they put the circle on the floor out there. Then I say to them, fine, what is it you're after? And say someone comes to see me for confidence. I say, excellent. We're looking for more confidence in your life, in the workplace, in your private life, when you're out with friends, when you go into a room full of other people and you may feel a bit socially awkward. So you want more confidence. They go, yes, that's exactly what I said. Excellent. So I'm getting my mixing bowl. And my mixing bowl, what's missing? I've got a bit of this and a bit of that and some of this and lots of that. I'm making the perfect you. What's missing? And they go, oh, self-belief. And I say, excellent. Have you ever had really good self-belief? And if they go, yes, I say, excellent. Step into your circle and go to that time and relive that moment. And you go in and you watch them get into that state of self-belief and they go, yeah, I like this. Excellent. And just as they've finished the peak, I say, hop out. And they hop out. So in there, we've got a great big dollop of self-belief already anchored. If they haven't got a time in their past and had self-belief, who do you know who's got self-belief? We'll go and borrow some. And then they go, oh, David Beckham, for the sake of a name, has got self-belief. And I go, great, okay, step in there and go and find that part of David Beckham that's got self-belief. And they go, oh, I found it. I say, good, right now go and take some and just keep it. And really anchor it, really feel it on the inside. And you can see them going, yeah, I quite like this. Good. And as soon as they've come up, they've got their peak, and they've got enough, I pull them out. And I say, right, what else? I've got this bowl, I've got the self-belief. What else do we got? Oh, I'd like a bit more energy, a bit positive energy. I go, excellent. Have you ever had a time you had positive? Yes, I have. Good. Go and relive that moment. Close your eyes, get into the state, really feel it. Go on, ramp that feeling up. And you give them encouragement. They feel really good on the inside. They've got all this wonderful feeling coming up inside them. As soon as they've got it, I pull them out. And this goes on. And you just keep going and say, I think I've got everything I need now. And I said, excellent, good. So what we're going to do in a second, I'm just going to ask you to stand up and they shake themselves off. They sort of break stage, as we call it. And then they go and stand in the Circle of Excellence. And as they stand, say, close your eyes and take a deep breath in and just tell me what happens. And they go, oh, wow, I feel really powerful. I feel really confident. I've got a head held high. This feels really, really good. And I say, good, we've got it. Step out. And then I say to them, right, this circle, we're not going to leave it here. It can be with you. So I'd like you literally to reach down, pick it up and put it in your pocket. And it will be with you the whole time. It'll be in any clothes that you wear. It'll even be with you when you're stark naked. You will never, ever lose it. And if you ever need it, all you do is you just pull it out, put it on the floor and stand in it, and you'll get these same feelings. Here's a quick story. I was using this on a very, very famous actor quite a number of years ago in London, and he had stage fright. And we set it up for him that when he was in that circle, he could have the ruggedness and the confidence of Clint Eastwood. He would have the amusement and the light-heartedness of David Niven. And he would have the sheer professionalism of Laurence Olivier. And he had this in the circle. But he went one stage further. He said, I'm actually going to put them up there so they can watch over me. And we talked about it, and you may have seen some of the very 50s, 60s and 70s films where you had Zeus and all the Greek gods up on the mountain, and they used to look down. He said, well, they're up there in the clouds keeping an eye on me. And he used to use this the whole time. And he went on stage, and I went up to London to see him on stage that first time he was up there. And before he went on stage, before the curtains opened, he just went out and he just went, and everyone thought he was sort of almost blessing the stage. No, he wasn't. He was putting out a circle. And as he put the circle out, he felt really good because he knew he had Niven, Eastwood and Laurence Olivier, just all their energy and all that positivity because it's really anchored in there. And he gave this most amazing performance. And I knew he was nervous, but I couldn't tell. And he came across confident. He came across really, really good. And about 6 months later, 4, 5, 6 months later, my telephone went and he said, Piers, you'll giggle. And I went, fine, I'm giggling, what's happened? And he said, last night I went out on stage and before the curtains came up, I forgot to put the circle down. I went, yeah, what happened? He said, I went up there and I froze. And then when I came on, everybody applauds because of who I am. I said, yeah, I know that. I noticed that. And he said, I turned my back and I went like that. Meaning to the audience, please applaud everybody else as well. So the applause got louder. But he said, no, I wasn't. I was putting out my circle. And literally, I stepped into it and then carried on. And he said that was one of the best performances. Everybody said afterwards, wow, you're on fire. So the circle can be really, really positive and amazingly, amazingly powerful. So just to recap, what you do is you put your circle down and you step in and you find out what it is you're after. I'm after more confidence. Fine, you step into it. If I have more self-esteem, go to a time you had lots of self-esteem. And you can borrow some from somebody else if you need to. I'll just recap on that little bit once more. If I want to be let's use the actor friend of mine, and he wanted to have the fun of David Niven, he would step in, close his eyes, become David Niven, go, oh, there it is, I've got that bit of fun, that power, that light-heartedness. Yeah, I've got that. That's mine now. Yeah, and then he steps out. So when he steps into the circle, he's got that David Niven pill, that injection almost of that wonderful feeling. So when we're working with people, whether it's working by yourself or others, just make a list of everything that you need. I like using the mixing bowl. If I have this and this and this, what am I missing? I'm missing. I'll tell you another quick story. I was working with a young lad this morning who was 11 years old. And as I was working with him, he was being bullied and he was looking for power. Almost like, no one can come near me, no one can hurt me. He wanted to be one of the Avengers type people. And I said, fine, what are you missing? And he said, oh, I'm missing the firebolt. I said, fine, who's got firebolt? Knowing he hadn't. And he mentioned the name of the Avenger and he went in and he got the firebolt. Then he wanted something else. And we just kept adding to this bowl until we had the perfect hymn. Now, he was using fictitious characters. That's fine. That doesn't mean he can go like this and flow firebolts and hurt people. But what it means is that inside he had all the resources if he had them. Therefore, he didn't fall into victim mode. So his state was power. And that's what we were after. So as he would walk across the playground, he would feel really good. As my actor client, as he went across the stage doing his bit, he had exactly the same experience. So I wonder what you would use, who you would use, or what it is that you can use this technique on that's going to help you in your future. Just comment below. It'd be interesting to see what is the main area that people want to work on, whether it's confidence, self-belief, sleep even. There are lots of different things you can do using the circle of excellence or the ring of power. And if you haven't done so already, please find yourself that subscribe button and hit the subscribe button, little notification bell next door, because we put up a new video every week.